When Ethan Belcher was nearly born during a blizzard at 3 in the morning in the back of his father's van en route to Hillcrest Hospital in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, his sister Ainsley chopped off her toe with a snow shovel on their front porch. She was 2.5 years old, barefoot in 6 inches of soft snow, clad only in a motley colored, hand-crocheted jersey with an unfinished right arm. Left in the care of her great-aunt Lou, who collapsed asleep on the broken recliner after all the drama, with the jumper cables and the van had finished fishtailing out of the driveway, Ainsley had bolted out the front door.
She could hear Lou's fitful snoring as she stood perched on the top of 8 steps. The strangled sounds of tortured breathing almost supported her tiny frame as she swayed in the cold night air, blinking at updrafts of snow in the lights from the street lamps, the tears on her face slowly freezing over. Ainsley had screamed, howled with wild, blue-faced, uncharacteristic force to be taken to the hospital with her parents. "It's the baby," Lou had cooed, following the toddler around, attempting to calm her hysteria as Gloria and Jim hunted desperately for a flashlight. "It's all right, sweetie. The baby is coming." But Lou was only throwing fuel on the flames. Ainsley's awareness that the baby was coming was keener than anyone's in the family, including her mother Gloria, who was now cursing her husband as he ruefully tried to dig the van out of the snowdrift.
If Ainsley had been aware that the brown van which bore the chip letters Belcher Electric had skidded off the road at the bottom of the hill, she might have jumped from the lip of the porch down into the night to rescue her baby brother. As it was, Reuben, their 60-year-old tenant, discovered Ainsley crouched on the porch with a 5-foot shovel when he staggered home from a late night of drinking. He had the presence of mind to find her toe, frozen and preserved in the snow. Reuben was the only one in the household to realize that Ainsley's accident with the snow shovel was a mission derailed. He alone saw her intention had been to clear the way for the baby's arrival.
And so it was that Ainsley Belcher arrived at the hospital after all, in time to be there for her younger brother. As the last stitch was sewn into place on her tiny foot, a barely coherent Reuben holding her hand, she heard Ethan's first cries from down the hall. It was not the last time she would sacrifice some part of herself on his behalf. Nor was it the last time that he would arrive late, that his movement would unleash havoc and drama, and that he would be unaware of his sister's efforts. They all stayed in the hospital that night, the bad weather preventing travel. Long after Gloria, Jim, and Reuben had escaped their disjointed lives in deep slumber, Ainsley remained awake on a cot in the hall, listening for every sound from the baby. As Ethan blindly waved his tiny punches in the air, his body involuntarily twitching in her direction, turned by the sound of her small voice singing to him.